On the last trading day, Thursday, April 1st, 2021, the ObsEva SA stock price rose 3.08% from $3.25 to $3.35, and now it's done it 4 days in a row. It'll be interesting to see if it continues to keep gaining, or will it take a little break for the next few days. Stick with us until the end of the video to find out. Hello future billionaires, welcome to Penny Stock Lifestyle. The channel where you get stock inspiration, motivation and knowledge to become the next future billionaire. Without any further ado, let's dive in. The stock fluctuated 4.91% during the day, from a low of $3.26 to a high of $3.42. For this time frame, the price has been fluctuating, with a minus 0.89% loss in the last 2 weeks. On the last day, turnover dropped by 32,000 negative shares, resulting in a total of 908,000 shares being purchased and sold for $3.04 million. You should bear in mind that dropping volume on higher prices causes divergence, which may be an early warning sign of potential changes in the coming days. In the short term, the stock is in the middle of a very broad and weak growing trend, and a continuation of the trend is anticipated. Given the current short-term trend, the stock is predicted to grow 9.93% over the next 3 months, and with a 90% likelihood, finish the time with the price between $2.69 and $5.80. In March, short interest in ObsEva SA, Nasdaq ObsV, decreased dramatically. Short interest totaled 1.6 million shares as of March 15th, a decrease of 29.8% from the February 28th estimate of 2.28 million shares. The short interest ratio is currently 0.3 days, based on an estimated daily trading volume of 5.99 million shares. Hedge funds and other institutional investors have recently purchased and sold shares in the company. Morgan Stanley increased its holdings in ObsEva by 299.8% in the fourth quarter. Morgan Stanley now owns 1,909,114 shares of the company's stock, worth $3.971 million, up from 1,431,647 shares in the previous quarter. In the fourth quarter, the Renaissance Technologies LLC acquired a new stake in ObsEva worth approximately $1.25 million. In the third quarter, Acadian Asset Management LLC added a new stake in ObsEva worth $414,000 to its portfolio. During the fourth quarter, Barclays plc increased its interest in ObsEva by 310.9%. After acquiring an additional 131,524 shares in the last quarter, Barclays plc now owns 173,835 shares of the company's stock, worth $361,000. Finally, during the fourth quarter, Cutter & Co. Brokerage Inc. increased its stake in ObsEva by 1,213.3%. After purchasing an additional 128,000 shares during the time, it now owns 138,550 shares of the company's stock, valued at $288,000. 52.74% of the company's stock is owned by hedge funds and other institutional investors. A number of recent analyst studies have focused on ObsV. In a research report issued on Tuesday, January 12th, Zacks Investment Research upgraded ObsEva from a sell rating to a buy rating. In a report released on Monday, January 4th, H.C. Wainwright reduced ObsEva's target price from $23 to $17 and gave the stock a buy rating. In a research note issued on Tuesday, January 12th, Wedbush reaffirmed a buy rating on ObsEva and set a $28 price goal. Finally, in a research report released on Tuesday, January 12th, SVP Leerink raised their price target on ObsEva from $4 to $5 and gave the stock a outperform ranking. One investment analyst has given the stock a sell recommendation, 2 have given it a hold recommendation, and 3 have given it a buy recommendation. ObsEva has an estimated target price of $10.21 and a consensus rating of hold. On Tuesday, Nasdaq ObsV opened at $3.02. ObsEva has traded between $1.86 and $6.30 in the last year. The 50-day moving average for the organization is $3.76, while the 200-day moving average is $2.82. The company has a $173.81 million market capitalization, a PE ratio of -1.21, and a beta of 0.99. The debt-to-equity ratio of the firm is 1.14, the fast ratio is 2.06, and the current ratio is 2.06. ObsEva Nasdaq ObsV released its latest earnings report on March 4th. The business posted $0.32 earnings per share (EPS) for the quarter, which was 12 cents higher than analysts' expectations of 44 cents. ObsEva is predicted to receive -1.78 earnings per share this year, according to market analysts. However, 2 5-star analysts have ranked this one, and they believe it has the potential to return between 4 and 7 times. This company's stock is currently trading at $4 a share. They've earned 61% in a day and 92% in a week. They're already up 300% year over year. Let's talk about it now. The amount is actually 8 times higher than average, which means that this thing can either take off because everyone is buying, or it can sink like a rock because everyone is selling. But if it sinks, it will most likely return to 10. Who is this company? Who are they? ObsEva SA is a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company specializing in the production and commercialization of novel therapeutics for women with reproductive health and pregnancy issues. Linzagolix, an oral gonadotropin-releasing hormone receptor antagonist, is being developed by the company for the treatment of pain caused by endometriosis and excessive menstrual bleeding caused by uterine fibroids in premenopausal women. OBE022, an oral and selective prostaglandin F2A, or PGF2A receptor antagonist, is also being developed as a once-daily treatment for preterm labor in weeks 24 to 34 of pregnancy. Nolaziban, an oxytocin receptor antagonist taken orally to increase clinical pregnancy and live birth rates in women undergoing IVF. The firm was founded in 2012 and is based in Geneva, Switzerland. ObsEva is an organization seeking to obtain FDA approval for therapeutics targeted at women's health issues. The company's phase 3 trials are nearing completion. As a result, the European Medicines Agency has approved the company's request for a review based on the findings of the study. This will be a study of ObsEva's most successful drug candidate, Yselty. So what are the big dogs doing with all of this information? And they may even have more details than we do. We want you to think about whether they are more interested in purchasing or selling. So, let's take a look at 27 large institutions that purchased more than 5.4 million shares, and 22 large institutions that purchased more than 3.5 million shares. In general, major corporations are now buying rather than selling. 4 days ago, those 2 5-star analysts set a price goal for this stock. They set a price target of 17 and a target of 28 for this $4 stock 4 days ago. Now, they're not promising that this will happen immediately, but don't worry about losing out. It's important to note that we don't chase, and there will always be another match. We don't want you to forget that, but if you want to put some skin in the game right now, that's how we'll do it. We're going to use our 300 examples again. So if you have 300, you'll put 50 on it on Tuesday's market. Put your money where your mouth is. If it takes off, you've got some money down for the ride. But if it drops now, you've got the other 50 to take advantage of the drop, right? And then you could pick any of the other 2 days. We'll probably have Friday in there, but you could pick any other 2 days, and then put the last 200 on it, but no more than 100 in one day. Let's say you're spending $3,000, and that's a perfectly acceptable breakdown. Simply use the same proportions as we do. It's all about splitting it into thirds and keeping it that way so you can dial in the cost average and ruin it on strike days. The market capitalization of ObsV stock is less than $500 million. There are still clinical stage biopharmaceutical firms. Their products haven't been licensed or confirmed yet. As a result, investors are taking a gamble by purchasing these stocks. As previously mentioned, many of these stocks imitate lottery tickets. They trade in a similar way to options and have a huge upside opportunity as well as a significant downside risk. If clinical trials don't go as planned or catalysts don't materialize, these stocks may easily revert to penny stock status. With these stocks, investors should exercise extreme caution in terms of role sizing and diversification. One approach is to spread one's bets through a range of high-quality penny stocks. It is important that the 10,000% winner covers all of the losses from the 90% of positions that are zeros or near to it. And with that, it's time to end the video. We hope this session was informative. Do let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for more content just like this one and share it with your friends. Also, don't forget to smash that like button